Hello everyone. As this is an assembly, let's start by singing. Now Mr. Wataka and Mr. Mugambi aren't here, so you're going to have to do this on your own. But I have chosen a song that, well, it's one that we all know well. It's that one about, wouldn't it be funny if the dee 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 dee, that one, you know? I'm sure you do. Ready? Okay, here goes. Well done. Now, this assembly is coming to you thanks to technology. Now, it's a word we use a lot, technology or tech. But what does it mean? Technology is the branch of knowledge that deals with the creation and use of technical means and their interrelation with life, society, and the environment, drawing upon subjects such as industrial arts, engineering, applied science, and pure science. That's a bit complicated, but I'll come back to it later. Now, here's my phone. It's an iPhone 6. Now, it's not the newest or the most powerful, but it's very useful. It allows me to keep in touch with people. I can see them in real time. I can find things out. It tells me the weather forecast. It tells me how many steps I've done during the course of the day, as long as I've had it in my pocket, of course. If I had it on the table, it just says I haven't done anything at all. Can wake me up in the morning with an alarm clock. It's got a stopwatch. It's got loads of things on it. It can take photos, it can take videos. I'm told that you can even play games on it, but because I'm quite old, I don't actually do that. Now, this is my first ever mobile phone. It's called a Nokia 101. And you could make phone calls with it. You had to pull up the aerial first and press the buttons, and you can make a phone call with it. I have a special drawer, you see, that I keep useful things in. You never know when things are going to be useful, so that's where this belongs. So there are all sorts of things that I know about it. I know that Mrs. Blake and I actually bought this on the 3rd of April 1995, which I think makes it, what, 25 years old? The telephone number, if you wanted to ring it in the UK, this was when we lived there, was 0589 856 394. It had a menu, it had 12 menu choices, one of which was to lock the phone, one of which was to tell you how long your last telephone call had been, and it had a memory. It could save 48 items in the memory, which is probably rather more than one would have needed in those days. It came with a rather attractive brochure. Here we are, I still have the brochure for the Nokia 101, and it talks there about how elegant this is. It says the Nokia 101, I'm reading from the brochure, the Nokia 101 is the world's first true pocket phone, and it said that its elegant design and the fact that it didn't weigh very much, was very small, that it could actually fit into your pocket. Maybe people in those days, maybe we had bigger pockets. I don't know. But when that phone was around, we weren't used to mobile phones really, and if we wanted to make a phone call, we used to use a telephone, and instead of ringing a person, you'd ring the place where you thought they were most likely to be. You know, it might be at work or it might be at home, somewhere like that, because phones had wires, and wires were connected to walls, walls were connected to buildings, and that's how we operated. And so you would ring the building that you hoped the person was in, and well, if they weren't there, then you'd try again later, or maybe somebody else would answer the phone for them. Now, I worked for a short time, I worked for a company that sold computers in London, and I had to teach people how to use their computers. And sometimes I was allowed to take a portable computer home for an evening or even for a weekend. Yeah, it was called a portable computer. Like this one. This was a portable computer, but it was really heavy. And when you turned it on, after a while the screen looked like this. Not very friendly. If you had told me then that I could have a phone that could take photos, I would have thought that you were joking. I mean, not even Captain Kirk on Star Trek had a phone that could take pictures. So, what happened? Well, let's go back to that definition at the beginning. Technology is the branch of knowledge that deals with the creation and use of technical means and their interrelation with life, society and the environment, drawing upon subjects such as industrial arts, engineering, applied science and pure science. What happened was that people were creative. They tried new things. They thought, well, what if I did this? What if I did that? Now you're going to have a lot of time over the next few weeks for being creative. So go on then, go and be creative. Use your incredible imagination. Write stories and songs and poems and draw pictures and paint paintings and make things. You can use your phone or your computer to get ideas, but the ideas are yours. Don't keep them locked up in your head, because if they're in your head, we'll never know. So, let's finish with a prayer. Bow your heads. Dear God, as we look forward to another busy week, help us to respect the feelings of others, to look after each other and to care for those around us, to listen and to learn, to tell the truth and always to do what we know is right, to take pride in ourselves, our appearance and our school, to love one another as you love us. Amen.